Hello, everyone, and hello to Markiplier. This is a video as pretty much just a short thank you to Markiplier, who is a YouTuber, and I just wanted to say pretty much of thank you to all the videos and stuff that you make. Thank you for all of the charities that you decide to do, and just pretty much thank you for being just one of the few YouTubers and people out there who just generally want to do something for somebody else. Not just for profit, but just because you can and you feel that it's right. It's something that a lot of people don't really remember nowadays, and I think it's really a great thing to see and be reminded of a lot. I am actually wearing one of your Markiplier shirts. It's a purple one, if you can't really tell from the video. It was one of my Christmas gifts. But a little thing that I wanted to say was that I also find it really a great thing because you also live in the same state as me. I actually live up north by Cedar Point. And my boyfriend's family actually lives in the same town as you. So I find that to be really awesome. The fact that you pretty much come from this area, and someone did come from this area and actually do something with themselves. I find it to be absolutely amazing. And the fact that you actually managed to stay in the area and still be able to do this is another just absolutely great thing to me. One thing I wanted to ask if it would be possible for you to do is to try and run a charity one of these days for Akron's Children's Hospital, because I know you do a lot of charities for children's related things. The reason that I ask of this is because I myself have gone to Akron's Children's Hospital many times. I was actually born there. I was born 3 months premature. And Akron Children's Hospital actually helped to not only save my mother's life, but save my own. And then later on, about 2 years ago, I was pregnant with my twins. They're my only kids I have. And I started having issues during my pregnancy. I was about 6 to 6.5 months along, and for some reason my body had started going into labor, and we couldn't get it to stop for some reason. And no one could figure out how to work anything out. And then I went up to Akron's Children's Hospital, and they actually had helped solve the problem and helped me to carry my children to at least 7 months, to where their chances of surviving went from about 30% to at least 50 or 60. Which now, thankfully, my children are healthy. They are safe. They are very smart children. The firstborn of my twins, they're both girls. She actually they're already starting to try and carry on conversations with us. We will ask them questions, basic questions, and they will respond and actually ask us questions and respond to our answers. And they're not even, they'll be 3 in late June. So, I mean, they pretty much know their colors. They're learning a good portion of their alphabet. They can count at least from 1 to 10 on their own. We're working on 10 to 20. You point things out around the area, they will tell you what it is, most of the things. I mean, they're just incredibly smart and really gifted children, and they've done so much for me. I was in a really bad time in my life before I had my kids, and pretty much this hospital has not only come through for me once of me being born, but they came through for me as well when I was trying to carry my children. I had some severe issues. I was in the intensive care unit for almost a week while I was pregnant, just so we could try and straighten everything out. But, I mean, even in general, even when I was feeling better, I would, I would hear back from the nurses, some of the nurses that were caring for me. They actually, wanted to know how I was doing. They wanted to know on how my kids were doing. They had called the local hospital after my kids were born and wanted to know how everything went. I mean, that's something that is amazing to me, because normally you don't get that kind of caring and just all around basic of attention, even from just going in and having an issue, at the regular doctor, or if you have to go to the hospital or something. They don't do things like that, and that is what I find to be really amazing. The people there were so nice. They're all really good at their jobs. They're really talented, really nice people, and I don't know where I would be if that hospital wasn't around when I was born, or let alone when I was having issues with carrying my children, because if they wouldn't have been able to help us, I don't think even possibly me or my children would be here today. I mean, and it would be something that would be very close to me, and it would be so amazing if you could run a charity for them, even if it's just once, because honestly, I think that they really, really deserve it on how much effort that they put into caring for all of their patients. And like, one of the things that it's kind of become almost like a routine for me and my boyfriend to kind of get back to the subject of You Markiplier, is that, we watch your videos a lot. We watch, especially like your drunk Minecraft videos. Some of them get a little too much for us, but I think that's kind of the parenting thing coming out in us. But your videos are always something good to watch. If we're having a bad day, we will just pull up one of your videos, and if that one video didn't quite get the trick, we'll watch a second video, and usually that gets it for making our day better. Your content for your games is really good. I really like how you promote all these indie games, and even like games that have been made by like individual people. It's something that's really great, and the fact that you're putting so much content out there for all these various games, and it really helps it to where, if I were to myself make an indie game, I feel like if you were to get a hold of this game, it feels like that game would have a lot of potential and really prosper. You really bring out a lot of the good points in these games, and there's been quite a few games that you've tried, and then we've ended, like myself, or like I said earlier, my boyfriend, will try the games ourselves, and most likely end up purchasing them. Not only for the content that you've put out, but just because of the content that we end up finding in the game itself. Because you have a really good eye for that too. But again, like, you just seem to find the good in almost anything, and you really bring it out, and you really put it out there for a lot of people to see in a blatant, obvious way, to where you can't really argue with it. I mean, it's there. But you do a really good job, and if you watch this video, I think it would be awesome. But at the very least, I wanted to say thank you for all the videos that you do. Thank you for all the content and every effort that you make towards everything, whether it be charities, whether it be promoting other games, indie games, promoting some other people that are really good at what they do. I think that you do an amazing job, and from what I understand from watching, looking at things from your Facebook and stuff like that, you seem like you're a really amazing person who's really smart and really has a lot of potential, and I'm glad that you've gotten to the point in your life to where you know what you're doing and you can do what you enjoy, because in turn now you're bringing positive things to other people in multiple ways. And I think you're kind of re-enlightening that hope of humanity. So, again, like I've said tons of times, thank you, Markiplier. Thank you for everything that you do. And I look forward to seeing you in your next video. Bye.